Hi guys, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot here. Let me move that screen down. Oh, there we are. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your June, July. Oh, I gotta turn that down. Tarot reading. I'm just smudging. Ooh, it's running low, running low. I have to light that baby again. You know, there's all kinds of people that have all kinds of sacred rules. But you do what you can do with what you can when you can to get the job done, you know? And I don't have matches. I'm using my lighter. Just getting all that good energy in there for you. Nice. I love that. So, how you doing? Hello there. Good to see you too. Sorry I'm a little late on these, but I have news. I have met someone, and he is off on the weekends, and he's a truck driver, and he's away for the week. So we've been spending a lot of time together on the weekend. So that's why I'm late. I have a good excuse. And he's a wonderful, beautiful person that's very, very kind to me, and which is most important. So, anyhow, air signs, Gemini. I'm going to do you first. Let you get you in there, get your energy in there. Gemini, June, mid-June to mid-July. What does Gemini need to know? All right, Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? June 21st to July 21st. Usually about 30 days, my readings, you know. So, they're getting awfully slippery here. I'm going to throw those ones back in. I should have looked at them because chances are they're going to come back out again. So, let's cut your cards anyway. Get them cut and laid out here. I need to turn down my phone as well because I do not want interruptions. So I'm kind of just cash today, as you can see. I'm doing housework and stuff today as well, so laundry, and it's that day, right? So, Gemini. The Hermit. So, as you know, the Hermit is when we do a lot of thinking about something. We actually take some time to think about it before we make a decision, before we say yes, no. Because it involves changing probably big parts of your life. You'll have to make some adjustments. You'll have to accept things that, you're not all in about, or sacrifice some things in order to have this. So this is requiring you to have some deep thought, right? You don't want to jump into something too fast where you're going to crash into the land. You need to be able to see where you're going. So you're having a bit of look to where this possibility may lead, where that possibility may lead. Think about when I don't know if you play chess, but if you don't, I recommend it highly. It's a very it's a thinking game, and you can't just think about what you're doing at the time. You got to think, what could happen if I do that? Well, he could come in there and, oh, look, then I'm stuck in this situation. So you got to and so this is what you're doing in the Hermit. You're because you don't want to get yourself into something, So, and you're just making sure, right? Being not guarded, but smart. It's very wise to kind of think about what because we don't want to go into things only think about the glory, right? We think, okay, what could be the challenges? What could be the complications here, right? So in the recent past. Ha! Look at that. I talked about the chessboard, and there it is, right there. It's about being strategic, thinking about your moves. Did I make the right move? Did I make the wrong move? What is the right move? Yeeks. And sometimes there's a few choices. I got to move these cards over. Move it on over. So here. Okay, we got one more in the past. Let's just have a look. See. So to me, it looks like Gemini, you might have been through some sort of difficulty in the recent past. Maybe this has been over time, and it could have to do with the mother figure. It could have to do with you as a mother or your mother. It this Five of Wands is usually the card of competition. It's competition, trying to win, trying to figure out the right move and also to stay alive. In chess, you're trying to keep your queen alive. And here's the queen. She's the queen of queens. You could be the mother figure in the family, even if you're male. You might be doing the nurturing. And the thing is that you might be juggling your hats that you're wearing. You're trying to nurture. You could be even in the nurturing field here, caregiving in some way, because I feel like this is something to do with your profession, perhaps because the wand is here. We have the King of Pentacles, and the King, and in these cards, all the hierarchy people have a female and a male representation for each of them. The King has a female and a male King of Swords. Pentacles or whatever, all of them. Anyhow, this is the King of Pentacles. So this, like I said, is you could be more feminine, more nurturing. But this King of Pentacles, is very abundant. Look at all these buttercups and daisies and all kinds of things, sunflowers. And so it's very abundant, has a bright future, feels comfortable, even like luckily the luxurious clothes obviously isn't going without, feels secure. Okay. But ready to reveal, you're wanting to reveal something new. The fan is only half open here, and you're wanting to reveal something new, to invest in something new, and whether this is your time, energy, or money. But you also have skills and experience to invest as well. And so you're looking to make a move at this time. Like I said, it could be in the care industry. You could have a business you're wanting to start, something you're going to wanting to get off the ground. Now, I'm going to tell you, if it is in the care industry at all, Gemini, that's going to be like the number one business for the next 20 years, because a number of things have done a real number on us lately. And a lot of us need, we all want to spiral up now. We want to rise up and feel good and reach for the sun and all that. You want to grow, right? And then you have the Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords. The Eight of Cups is leaving something behind because there's something missing. It's not everything that you thought it would be or it's lost something along the way that it used to have, but through policies and all kinds of stuff, the actual care part gets taken out. And here we are, like, running a factory or something. That's just an example. But also, this could be your heart. You could have been deceived, had a broken heart. There could have been a third party situation. You could have been in competition with another person here, right? We have these two females here. three actually, but we have the Empress, this woman who's, overseeing the game, and this person. So it could be a third party situation that you're dealing with, and you're trying to figure out the right moves or what their moves what might be. And I'm going to tell you, you may end up saying, you know what, I'm not playing games. I'm not doing that. If you're in, you're in, and if you're out, you're out. You might just be at that point where you're going to walk away, because it's just not, whether it's a job or a person relationship, it's just not giving you what you want, right? And why shouldn't you get what you want in a relationship? That's that's important, because you're spending a lot of time, energy, a lot of yourself to this one person. So we really need to make sure it's everything that we need and want, right? And then, like I said, the Three of Swords is some sort of hurt, feeling deceived, um, lied to, maybe left behind in some way, left out. You know what I mean? So, and I also feel like it could have been a little unexpected too, whatever this was. You may have feel like you were played. You may have feel like you were played here, unaware of that there was a game going on or something like that. I don't know, but either way, you're ready for new. You're not into that, and I don't think you're not going to do it. You know, hmm. Here's the choice card right here. Here's the Lovers. Now, this could be indeed a worthwhile relationship, something that's meant to be, with a lot of passion, compassion. But you need to decide, you're not in it to get hurt and mess around. So you might lay it out for someone and say, like I said, you're either in or you're out. I'm not playing games. You know, I'm not playing games, especially with your heart, right? I don't want to freaking, right? Yeah. Hmm. I'm not sure here, Gemini. You got another pentacle. So you could be dealing with an earth sign specifically. And then you have the Empress as well. And that's very earth energy, grounded energy. Um, yeah. You also might be choosing to just move on. I'm still feeling like for some of you, this is a relationship. It could even be something to do with the family. And for some of you, it's to do with what you do for a living. It's your career, because we have two indications here. Also, some of the, what you have to leave behind or why you have to leave it behind is because there could be some sort of health condition you're dealing with, or it's just too friggin' stressful. It is too stressful. Everybody could be burnout where you're working. If you're in the care field, everybody could be burnout. So then you got these burnout people, trying to heal people, and it is you're taking a lot of wounds yourself trying to do this, and we only have so many so many spaces, and you may need a break from this field, this relationship, that what you're doing, because you're taking a lot of wounds here. But at the same time, you're standing your ground in a situation. You're not willing to budge anymore. I think before you would step aside or not make fuss, or try and go along, perhaps, you know what I mean. I don't think so anymore. You realize that's not really getting you anywhere, and it isn't smoothing things out. It isn't getting better. So what am I doing this for? you know. But in the lovers, like I said, you have a choice to make. And traditionally in the lovers card, they follow their heart. I like the card for the lovers. My favorite one is from the Mythic Tarot because it talks about the choice of how Paris chose Helen or Psyche in the story, and because of her beauty. But when he didn't choose the Athene, the goddess of war, or the other one that had all the influence with all the, a lot of powerful people, that's what started the great. They got together and attacked his country and destroyed Troy. Yeah, because of it, because of his decision, because he chose love. You know and so I'm not saying be careful of your decision. It could cause war or anything, but make sure your decision's for the right reason. It's long term, you know, good decision for you. That's why you're taking this time in the hermit. You're trying to see ahead, see past any possible difficulties, because I have a feeling what you've been through already, you just don't want to go through a lot of, malarkey. All right. So you're trying to see a different perspective. You're trying to see um, a way. I think you're trying to see a way out of something. Okay. And I think that because you have the tower after that, you you could feel trapped in something, maybe where you work, maybe it's really good money, it's hard to leave it, it gives you a ton of security. You're dying to do something else, though. You're dying to reinvent yourself. You are just dying to bloom. I gotta tell you, but you feel like some sort of ball and chain to this, and you're trying to see it in a different perspective. Trying not to see it as your only food and water, because it isn't. Lots of times when the tower comes along, it leads us to that light. That, this is just a glimmer of what you could have. And I think you might get a peek somehow. You get a peek at what you could have. And then you start thinking about how could I do it? How could I do this, Cuz there's a way too. I'm going to tell you there's a way. Cuz here's the magician. The magician is telling you that you have the skills or the stuff in there to figure out how to do it, how to get out of it, how to move on, what, free yourself from this ball and chain, whatever it may be, okay? Because you're you're really wanting to bloom. You just really are, something new, you know. You want something different. I think that you may have given a lot of time to what you've been doing, and um, I don't know. So when we get to the Nine of Wands here after the Tower, you finally get some gumption and you decide to start making decisions that are good for you. Because before, like I said, you were letting things go and letting things, not really. And now you're not. You're saying, no, that's not okay. Or no, that won't work for me. That's actually not my job to do that. That's yours, isn't it? That kind of thing. Uh, and also, you're coming up with solutions if there is some sort of physical or mental um, hardship, stress perhaps, then you're coming up with solutions for that because you're a smart cookie based on all this experience and everything you had. Just a second, I'm going to shut the window. Hi, oh, just a sec. That is way too noisy. Oh, holy God. All right. So, yeah. This tower is in the dead center you're reading, and I think it's your wish card, actually. I think it's your wish card because I think this is going to, well, for one thing, it's going to show you what you're capable of. You're going to all of a sudden see your strengths, and you're going to see um, your gifts. You know what I mean? That what you're capable of. You're going to really see this, and I think you're going to. The word bloom keeps coming to mind. Bloom. I don't know why. Hi, Brenda. Hi, everybody. Happy summer. Thank you. Yeah, I know, eh? The 21st. Actually, this is a really good day to do the videos, isn't it? Yeah, so I timed that right by accident. So that's the story of my life. Timed that right by accident. So, anyway, in the outcome, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at this card, like I love. And in most of the queens, okay, notice that this female is a king, okay? But in most of the queens, if you turn the card upside down, it's a vase it's a bouquet. It's a bouquet, And again, the blooming thing. This queen is all about preparation. She's preparing for the winter. She's collecting the bulbs to get them away and out of the frost and is very, grounded and nurturing and all this stuff. But this queen is all about preparation, okay? Being prepared, going slow, being sensible, right? And also very strong, nurturing energy. Here in this lovers, part of the decision could be whether to nurture someone. It may not be a lover. Maybe you are being asked to care for someone, um, because it's strong female energy. Maybe you have to take care of a mother, or a grandmother. But you could be being asked to take on some sort of a task that is nurturing, and it may require some sort of preparation. Maybe this is coming up in the fall or something like that. Well, that looks just fine. Very, very nice. Thank you. Also, too, the Empress, the Queen, and also this, because she has wounds, right? Definite wounds from this experience that she's been through, or he. And these cards are very much about healing the Empress and this Queen of Pentacles, healing, nurturing, taking the time to take care of oneself and our, not possessions, but the things that we value, the people and the things that we value, right? So, and here in the Five of Pentacles, you're starting to reinvent yourself. I like that, see, again, this is a vase and a bloom, but it's one flower. It's just the beginning. She only has the skin, and so she's thinking about what her who she is, and she's recreating herself here. She's one part at a time, because it takes time, right? It takes a lot of nurturing. Also, I feel like you've finally gotten this other perspective, and you know are able to pull this zipper open and reveal a brighter um a brighter perspective, sort of thing. I didn't even notice that. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Wait do you see this? So a lot of times I look at the lines across, right? We have the past, present, future, okay? But I also like to look at them up and down, like, because they're also a segment of the story, okay? And here you have five, hanged man, five, okay? So back here, you're figuring out your moves, what's best for you now. You're starting to change who you're considering, or maybe there's a few people you have to consider, think about you and your kids, and I don't know. But anyway, you're figuring out your moves back here. Fives are preparing for change, changing the game. It's a game changer, as they say, right? But you needed to see a different perspective. You couldn't really see how you could get out of something and into something else. You couldn't see the bright future that it can be for you. You're looking at what could go wrong. Oh geez, if I'll lose everything if I do it, and if it doesn't work out, and then I'll and all that, and you're not thinking about, well geez, well, maybe something good will happen. Maybe someone will help me out. It's always good to be prepared and recognize challenges, but it doesn't mean they're all going to happen. Just thinking, okay, well, this might, that might, and I need to prepare for that. So anyway, I love that you've changed your perspective, okay? And you're now recreating who you are. Your, what do they call that? This is the word I always have trouble with remembering. Reinventing. Yes, reinventing yourself. Okay. And this flower, you're going to turn upside down. You're going to bring it back to life. All right. And, sometimes this one's, I love that it's two fives up there right now, too. Synchronicity is awesome. But I also, in a lot of other decks, this is feeling left out. But in this one, I think you're taking the time. You're getting away from public opinion, and you're deciding who you are, before you pick which window you want to have in your atmosphere, in your energy. You're choosing now. It's not like others that's saying, oh, okay, you can come. You're choosing. It's the powers that shifted, and it's not that kind of power. It's just confidence, and also stopping and thinking, does this feel good for me? I don't know. Yeah, this feels awesome. I'm jumping. I'm going. Look at 6-6. So then you have the Chariot. And I think once you start, believing that who you're creating here, who you are, because we change, as we grow and get older, we change a lot, and you do reinvent yourself. Like, I'm so much different, from when I was younger. I was so much different than 10 years ago. But so anyway, here you are. And you're going to be victorious. The Chariot says it. The Chariot guarantees it. All of a sudden, once you start on this, once you start feeling good and putting those building blocks into place of, this and that. Someone said, Lynn, how did you lose weight? And I said, I didn't do a darn thing. Couldn't tell you what I did. I think it was because I went off these pills. I said, but one thing I did do, and a guy told me this. He said, make peace with your body. Make peace with it. Accept it. Because until then, you're always in a struggle, in a fight with yourself, you know, and just make peace with it and be happy. And you know what? It seemed like after I did that, it seemed to come off without a lot of effort. Because I did. I just said, you know what? This is who I am. You either accept me or you don't, you know? And it made a big difference. So, anyway, when we do that, make peace with ourselves and accept our own inner beauty, right? All of a sudden, it's not so hard. Things move along quickly and away you go. You're probably, um, you know, I think that the new beginning that you seek will all of a sudden just be, you'll be boogieing right along just like the chariot. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious that, you know, the chariot is like one of the fastest moving cars or cards in the whole deck, and it's a snail. A snail on wheels, which is hilarious because snails move so slow, but you are on a roll all of a sudden, on a roll, feeling good, confident, energetic, and ready to take charge. Like, this is really a take charge. Okay, things are going your way. The wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. That reminds me of Proud Mary, keep on turning, rolling, rolling. Page of Pentacles. Look at that beauty. So this is the new you. This is the new you. Look at, and I love, see how ultra white, right? This is the new you. This is you blooming, starting to bloom and nurturing that part of you. Whatever it is, in relationships, at work, maybe in a lot of ways, you know, you're nurturing what you like, what you don't like, you know, all of that stuff, you know. And I get a feeling you're doing, you know, because Page of Pentacles, all the pages really are new beginnings and learning, right? And I think you're learning a lot about yourself right now. You know, when you decide to listen to yourself, right? Stop and listen and think of yourself, you know. And I like this difference right here. Look at this difference between these two ladies, right? And so you're trying to nurture this child I think also here you could have been post traumatic from something. You could have been post traumatic, and I don't know what, but that's a possibility because we have the child here, right? And so when we're post traumatic, sometimes we got to go back and start with the kid in us and kind of raise the kid in us again, and really well raise them well and listen to all their feelings. Like if your kid, you know, if your kid comes up to you and says, I'm really upset, you stop everything and you listen. And so this is what you're doing for you. You know, you listen, you're listening, okay? And you're nurturing all that, right? So, and then you have the Four of Cups. Now, I have to tell you, the Four of Cups it's really, you know, it's back to this Eight of Cups, right? Because you wanted and do eventually leave something behind here because there's something missing for you. In this case, it's usually emotional, in some sort of emotional way. Like there's no affection, or nobody seems to care about what they're doing or whatever, and so you're wanting to move on and leave that. It's there's even a certain amount of sadness in this place that you're wanting to leave behind. And here, and the 4, it's not as strong as the 8, but you're still not quite satisfied with what's coming your way. You want the golden cup, and why shouldn't you have it? You know what I mean? But sometimes this takes time. And so you may be a little bit disappointed because that you're not seeing that golden cup yet. But honey, you're just here, you're just starting, you're just beginning. you know Wine, great, good wine, you name it, anything in life takes time. It needs to, what do they call that, good wine grows with time, kind of thing. So, this just takes a little while, and you're going to get there. You don't need to worry. You have some cards, strong cards of doubt and hurt around your magician. And I think sometimes it's difficult for you to see how magical you are. You're actually the swan, not the ugly duckling. Look at this stork holding the umbrella. I think actually you might have a secret admirer. Yep, yep, yep. You might have a secret admirer. I just thought of this, and I don't think you can see them because you're thinking you might have kind of a picture in your head of what someone's supposed to be or something like that, and there could be someone around, but you don't see them because they don't fit that picture or something like that. But there could be someone around who is, because look at this one, there's someone's got your back, although I don't think you can see the possibilities that are there. There are possibilities there. They're not exactly what you want yet. Okay. Now, the other thing too is don't go accepting things that just aren't yours. If it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right. Move on. You don't sit with something that doesn't feel right. But I think you're heading in the right direction. One of the things is good about this card is that you're listening to yourself. You're recognizing, no, this doesn't feel right. This isn't the golden cup. No, it's not looking gold. Not feeling and not getting a gold feeling here. So and that's okay because you're listening to yourself, like I just said. Eh? So this is really nice, really nice. Anyway, so I hope that helps, Gemini. We're going to move on to Libra now. Libra darlings. Let's get that one there. Get these all shuffled. I think it goes like that. Some of these cards in this deck I haven't even seen yet because I just got this deck a couple months ago. And there's some I haven't even seen yet. So they're beautiful cards. So Libra. Did you see that? Well, I guess those are your cards, Libra. They just plop, plop, right out. It might have something dropping into your life. Okay? Let's find out. Okay, let's have a look at these first. Well, looks like you got some thinking to do. You have the Tower, you have the 8 of Swords, and you have the 4 of Swords. So the Tower is a feeling of being trapped, being anchored to something that you no longer have any joy, have any, it doesn't do anything for you. You're miserable. You may not be miserable, but it could be something that's difficult for you to manage at this time in your life, or it could be falling apart, could be a money pit. I don't know. Could be a job situation too, where just it's like everyone's stressed, but it's good pay, so you're trapped there. But anyway, whatever the tower represents to you, it's a feeling of feeling trapped. But when the tower happens, it frees you. It's a surprising event usually that happens, and it actually ends up freeing you from your confines, something that sometimes you're unable to do yourself. You're too scared, or you feel trapped in some way. And the Eight of Swords says this is, you're not trapped, actually. You have the answer the whole time. It's in your mind, but there's also in your mind the idea that you can't, that if you did, there'd be some impending thing. Or, but if you would only try, that is just simply like all he has to do is try to push that open and he's free. But right now he's unwilling to. Your mind has you kind of trapped with anxiety to face it, or whatever it is. It's like that, but it's not actually physical or monetary. It's not actually a trap. So, and then on the Four of Swords, this is where you're doing some thinking. In fact, you might be out of the cage at this time, and actually you're thinking way more optimistically. You're thinking about how to make your move, how to move forward, where to go, because this one you're looking down like there is nowhere to go, there's no possibilities, and this one is way more open, feeling free. She's got her feet dangling, not even worried about falling. And it's almost like a dream state, very protected, not vulnerable, in this dream state, floating on a feather, but giving a lot of thought to the next move, what to do next. And you want to be very strategic. You want to kind of see the big picture before you take your step. So this is protective decisions. The Four of Swords is decisions that protect you. They're wise, but they're protective decisions, all right? Protective measures. Trying to see the big picture. You're not going to get caught in the dark anymore. You're not going to get caught in the tower anymore. No, I ain't signing that paper. I ain't putting my name on that thing, or whatever the situation. You give things some thought. You protect yourself now. Okay. So in the past, also, you could feel some sort of sense of responsibility, which is why you might feel trapped here. You might feel some sort of sense of responsibility to others. And so that's what's making you feel trapped. Like, I can't because I got to do that for them. And they have no other way to get there if it's not for me. So that's also a feeling of entrapment. It's not actual entrapment, but it can weigh on you. And so this is thinking outside the box, though. This is thinking, I can't keep getting stuck in these things, sort of thing, eh? Anyway, So in the past, you have the Five of Wands, Nine of Swords. Five of Wands is like a competitive card. You're trying to make the right moves. You want to get to the other side. You want to win. You're trying to keep your queen alive, basically. Okay. Also in checkers and in chess, if you're able to get a pawn or a checker piece over all the way to the other side, it gets queened. So it gets more power. And a lot of times, this Five of Wands is after more power. In the fight for more power, you could have a lot of. It's not easy at the top. I'm going to tell you, if you're not being envied, then you're being, people are out to get you or whatever. But this isn't necessarily happening to you. However, you see the Nine of Swords, you feel all eyes on you. And if you're in some sort of a competition or a high pressure job, or where, maybe every move you make is being watched, and measured, and all that, and I don't think you're liking it. This is perhaps too much pressure, um something like that. The other thing too, the other like totally different angle on this, I'm going to tell you, I just got a feeling of, is some of you could be applying for a job in security, because I have a feeling it's watching, listening, researching. It's something to do with the security industry. So it's, Big Brother or whatever, that kind of thing. So you may be competing for something like that. If it's whatever the work, if it's work, it's something where you're, on camera perhaps, or you're watching them on camera, someone that's under security watch, something like that. Okay. Regardless of, whatever that is, I honestly think that you're wanting change. If you're in a competition, or that's where you're working, it could be always competitive too, where you're working. There's always people out to get each other, and it's always games and stuff like that. And so you might be wanting to train for something new. You might be doing online training. You might be doing something that's maybe just a hobby, that you really enjoy, like painting, photography. But whatever it is, it could be something that has a lot of potential, for for it to grow, because these seeds are spreading everywhere, and those are all plants that are going to grow, and this is from all that you've learned on the subject. And he's got the graduation hat on too. He's completed his learning, or will complete it, but it's got every potential. There's a lot of potential here. This could be an offer. This could be the beginning of this training, learning you're getting. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So this offer, this learning, this beginning, training, something, has something to do with this Knight of Cups. Okay. Now, I think this Knight of Cups is a person. I think it's a young person, someone, I would guess under 40. Okay. Because I think that the offer is for this person. You may need to train this person. You teach them, so that they can make more, like keep going. Uh, this person could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or they wear their heart on their sleeve. They really are a dreamer kind of person. You know what I mean? Perhaps what you had in this isn't doing it for you anymore. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I can tell you that you're definitely ready for a new cycle. You could be passing something on to the next generation, or passing on the baton to the next person, not necessarily retiring. I don't know, like it just some sort of transition stage for you for sure. And I have a feeling it has something to do with a young person. This could be your kid. This could be just the next generation. This could be something that loves this, what they do. They love what they do. Okay. And then it also it says that you're ready to take a risk here. You're ready for something new. Um, yeah, I think you're just craving. You may have whatever this is could have worn you out, or it got too complicated. Whatever it is, it's gotten too complicated for you, so it may need new blood, in it to for it to, or I don't know, something new in it. But so do you. You're ready for change now. Okay, a whole new chapter of life. You're ready for to do something very different with yourself now. Okay. I knew it. See, there's the world. You have the Fool and the world. And the world says that you're ready to let this go. You're ready. You feel like you've completed this. You've done well, and you know what I mean? And now you're ready to enter the Fool. In fact, you may enter the Fool before you enter the world. Okay. You may start something, shake hands, make deals, make plans before you close this door, literally. Okay, so I think the Fool may come before the world in your world. But you have to go back and tie up these ends or figure it out. Okay, could have something to do with the King of Wands. So sometimes this is Aries energy. It's very quick. It's very action oriented. Um, and it's something about control, like being in control or commanding. Um, like really taking action on letting this go, closing this up, completing whatever, you know, leaving it behind, whatever it is. If it's a career, relationship, a home, or I don't know. This could have something to do with the mother, the Empress. You could be the mother, the grandmother. This person could be your mother. Um, the Empress wants to thrive, wants to, you got two cards of spreading your seed. The Empress, is very abundant. She's planted all these seeds for all these flowers. And if you turn any of the queens or the Empress upside down, they make a bouquet. This gorgeous bouquet. And this is the potential that lies within, right? So the Page of Pentacles is saying that there is, if this isn't an offer, then it's talk. you're around people or a situation where you're talking, you're engaged in conversation, and you're hearing about a new thing, a new way, or someone saying, well, why don't we do this or you do that or something? There's some sort of talk. And so you get, this is when you decide, yeah, that's what I want to do. Kind of thing. All right. And you start making the plans. All right. Here are the seeds of potential. And then here's the flowers. These seeds are now flowers, that are coming into bloom. This plan is starting to come together. And the Empress is a 3, right? The Ace is the idea. The 2 is the plan, the how, the where, the when. And the 3 is when it all starts to come together. It starts to happen, right? You're ready for success. You're ready. And the Empress is much like the emperor. She runs the show too. She makes the decisions. She can, she doesn't do it in really a controlling way, though. That's not how she operates. She does it in a just easygoing, fair, compassionate, that kind of giving space, letting sometimes too there's a certain beauty to letting someone go through something and not trying to fix it, solve it, do it for them, because there's a lesson, there's something valuable in all these things that we experience, right? I know we want to save them and help them, but we need to feel that, learn it, right? Anyway, 7 of Swords. And 7 of Swords, look at how tightly I love this 7 of Swords. Okay. And other ones, it implies deception. It looks like this person might be stealing an egg from this basket, being a real snake and wanting this beauty and the glory and everything for themselves. But it's also really considering this seed, this egg, again, as precious. There's something precious here and worth protecting. You could have an idea. You could have, I'm not sure what it is that you have or someone has, but it's worth protecting. So be careful that there is not a snake around you. And it does say, it's right under this Knight of Cups, which, like I said, I feel like is a youngster, like I'm almost 60. So under 40, I'm thinking, okay, that could be between 20 and 40 of years of age. And so this person could be sneaky, could be, they want to nourish and bloom this as their own. They do love it. They do consider it precious and love it. But there could be a bit of a sneaky something. Okay. I don't know though. I got a feeling that this is someone that considers this precious. They want to nurture it, care for it, and just it just loves it. Just loves it. Okay. Now you have the star, and the star is about regeneration. And it's also about taking some sacred time. Like, I don't see a lot of other readers talking about this, but if you look at just about every star card, there is usually a temple of some sort in the picture. And so this is about taking some time for yourself, meditation, a walk, just away from all the distractions of life, because you need to get in touch with yourself again, that quiet time, and regenerate, get rid of it, all the crap. I don't know if you garden, and you got a lot of flower cards here, especially these two. But when I garden, when I get my hands in dirt and I'm digging, I'm down on my knees, I get a lot of thinking done. Just thinking about things and thinking them through. Sometimes I sing when I garden, but whatever, it feels good. And that is even temple time. But so this is really important about because this time in your life, you are making a major change. You are making a huge change. You are going through a metamorphosis. That's what a butterfly does when it goes from the caterpillar to a creature with legs to a creature with wings. Complete different. I know it still has legs too, but you know what I mean, Billie Jean and Bobby Sue. I am in Ontario, Canada. That's where I am. That's where I am, my darling. Ooh, you got some similar cards to Gemini. Well, isn't that interesting? So, like Gemini, you have the King of Pentacles, which is represented in the female here. And it shows that you're feeling good, you feel secure, you feel accomplished. I think you're feeling quite proud of yourself at this time, when you've gotten away from some of the shenanigans that was going on around you. You got some peace, some distance, some time, and you're getting ready to reveal something here. You've got a new something cooking here with the sunflower, and you're getting ready to reveal something more. More seeds. I think there's a big part of you, Libra, that is about sharing. All right, sharing, because I this is what I can see. You are either passing something on, some sort of a knowledge, maybe you're teaching, guiding, you're because I feel like you are teaching, you're showing someone how to do something, showing them the ropes, so to speak, and perhaps training someone, because you're ready to move on. It's not because you know uh, you want out of there. Or it's something that you're going to start doing. You're going to be some sort of a teacher, guide, trainer, something like that. Anyhow, you also could be looking for a relationship at this time in your life. I'm not sure if you've went through separation, divorced, or whatever in the past, but you could be seeking relationship now in your life, and maybe that's what you're looking to bloom. Maybe you're going to reveal yourself. Maybe you're coming out to society and going to be, this is kind of what I feel like you're looking to invest yourself in something new. Because there's some sort of dissatisfaction about the past. Maybe you weren't appreciated. I feel like you weren't appreciated in some way, or you didn't get the support you needed, perhaps, in a relationship, in a job, here. So you're seeking something that's more fulfilling, because in the 8, we're seeking the 10. We really want to be content, happy. This is not about money. It's not about money. It's about happiness. What makes you happy? Big difference. And don't say money makes me happy. But I think you've learned lessons in the past about that, about stuff, and having, a position. And then it's not always happy at the top, or, the best place to be at the top is not always as great as it's all cracked up to be. It's a lot of pressure. Uh, so, anyhow, then you have the Lovers. And I really think You're looking for a relationship now. The Lovers is usually a choice card, but I think you're looking for a relationship now if you haven't met someone already. Okay. This could be very much what this Knight of Cups is about. You could have met the Knight of Cups recently. And this person, is all about love. They're out to win their love's heart, and they want to start something new, and they know it when they meet this person. They know it's like, wow, I really like this person. I want to figure out how I can see this person again. You know what I mean? You know when you like someone. And so a seed could have been planted here, when you met this person, or this is you. I don't think this is you. I think this is the other person. And there's seeds been planted, and something could have sparked here. Okay. Something could have sparked. And yeah, something could have sparked. And so, if you decide to pursue this is a big choice in your life. It's going to require changes and new decisions and new plans, and you don't care. Because I think you're quite happy with the choice that you're making, whether it's in your career or in your love life. You're making choices to make you happy. Okay? To make you happy. All right? I think ultimately, though, I gotta say, Libra, you're the kind of person you think of others. So a lot of your decisions have to do, you consider others in your decision making, even though, you've changed a little bit and now you want something new. I think you're still that kind of person where, well, I got others I have to think about, before I can just go running off with the circus. I kind of see you doing that, Libra. I know it sounds crazy, but I just see you running off with the circus and, not wanting, commitments and responsibilities and anchors for a while. I could see you doing that for a while, right? But anyway, not that you're going to do that, but you might if you want to, because you can do anything you want. You are the magician at this time, right? You can pull rabbits out of your hat. Looks like you can pull swans and chickens and all kinds of things. It says you're multi-talented. You have a lot of experience. You really care. You have a lot of passion and drive to give something. Whatever this is, did you notice that this hat is also a hot air balloon that's flying over? It's flying over the land, or like, someone's got its hand, but it's also, see all the land, and it's cut into like different pastures and stuff. And so you can go wherever you want to go, and you can set down wherever you want to set down, start up a business, a hobby, to have a relationship. Like, really, the world is your oyster right now. You're not sure what you're missing here. What's missing is instinct. So you need to listen to your gut. The magician, after the magician, is the high priestess. And that's the next natural evolution in your path is, what does my gut say? I realize I can do anything. I really could, but what does my gut say that I should do? Okay. So that's, and then away you go. You could both be young people, you and this person that you've met or you're interested in or you want to partner with, or whatever's going on here, Libra. It could be a Sagittarius, doesn't have to be necessarily. This person is on the move. They've got lots of ideas, and they're very creative and very capable too. Also very independent. You're going to have to get your running shoes on to keep up with this person, and And I think this is the way you want to go. I also think that if you are making big changes, big choices, big decisions in your life, you think for a while, you think about which way you want to go, and then you go. You're not stuck anymore. You're not going to be, I would say in a month, like at the most, like in the time frame of this reading. By mid-July, you know exactly what you're going to do, and you're going to start taking the steps to see that come to pass. All right? You're going to be jumping through that big hoop soon. Yeah, and it looks a bit risky, a bit dangerous, but you're thinking, all the more fun. Great, bring it on. I love it. Um, so, the dead center of your reading today, Libra, is the Empress. And this is all about abundance, blooming, going after me. This is very much like the Magician card to me because it's manifesting what you want, what you desire, what you love, becoming the bouquet. This is your life. This is you now in your life, right? And this is what you're turning your life into, this gorgeous bouquet that came from you. What what you have to give, basically, right? You're a very abundant person in many ways. So, and you have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer someone in relationship. I think just being Libra, I know a few, and extremely fair people, blah, 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 people. I really like it, and I like how on the table Libra are. You don't have to guess what they're thinking; they'll come right out and tell you. And I like that. I don't like people, I shouldn't say that I don't like people, but I like to, know, right? So anyway, Librarians, I hope that helped you. Librarians. So, Aquarius. Aquarius. Not yet time to find home. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Dudes. Let's get that together and that together. So, my new tour, I don't know if I told you, starts August 4th, and the first city we do is Ottawa. Galaxy Psychic Fairs, if you want to look it up. Myself and all kinds of other people will be appearing. And, I did 2.5 months with this group on the last tour. And I really like all of them. They're all good people and good at what they do, I got to tell you. So, and I'm getting to get closer to them. I really like them all. So, whoa. Ooh wee. Aquarius. Ding, ding, ding. That's the thing, eh? I get talking and the card's okay, time to shut up, Lynn. Get back to work. So, Aquarius. Whew, you got quite a few here. You got, well, four. Four. Very nice. So, hold on. I gotta take a sip of my coffee. Adventure is out there. Okay. Okay. So, the High Priestess. So, the High Priestess sometimes suggests that there is something about to be revealed, a secret, something you don't know, or you are about to reveal something, Aquarius. And it's also very much about trusting your instincts and timing. It's to make moves or not make moves or hold back or whatever. Is timing is very important. We can't just go for a walk in the pouring rain. You can, but it's not the best timing, right? And so the high priest is a lot about timing, and that's when we're paying attention to the planetary energy, because it does play a big role in our lives. And so that kind of thing, and trusting your instincts when you can sense something is, or you see someone make eye movement when they're talking about something, you're like, oh, something's funny's going on here. They're not telling the whole story, are they? There's something that's not revealed. So I'm not making a move until I know everything. Why should I? Right? I want in on all of it. So it's just trusting your instincts, really. Listen to what your gut's telling you. The Seven of Cups. So there is a lot, and your gut might be telling you that there is a lot of potential in something here. The Seven of Cups is wanting to make all your dreams come true. You're trying to reach for the stars. Is that the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper or any of the dippers? I don't know. But anyway, she wants to try and touch them all, and some seem a little out of reach here. And so she might be overstretching herself in order to accomplish all this with no clothes on. Jeez, lady. So it's like I said, the timing. So this has a double meaning for you, Aquarius, okay? It's the timing. Don't try and do everything all at once. Pay attention to the planetary energy and what it's a good time for this and what it's a good time for that. I don't know all that stuff. Don't listen to me for that stuff. Look up somebody else for that stuff, because I don't know that stuff. But I know that when I tune into them, they're usually right. I think, yeah, actually, that has been happening lately. I will watch that. It's true. It really is. The planets don't lie. But anyhow, um, and to you will get around to all of this, when the time is right. All right, time is right. And when the time is right, all will be revealed too. And look what's coming, Aquarius. So I think you could either um the Ace of Swords is a revelation in some ways, okay? In our mind, we have a new way of thinking, or we have an aha moment. We have the key suddenly to what was troubling us, what kept us imprisoned, bound in some sort of thought, or perhaps from finding love. Sometimes we have to go a long way down to see the light, be able to see clearly, and also let that stuff go, not let it consume us. Out here, she's out in the outdoors now, um and things are becoming clearer, you know and this is in relationship, because I think that you're looking, if you don't already have a deep relationship. This goes a lot deeper than what is seen on the surface. It is about complete happiness and contentment, and it's not about money. It's about happiness, deep love, deep connection here. And these two are very different. They're not exactly the same. They're very different, but they complement each other so perfectly. They feed each other, you know what I mean? And Carmela, but It seems you've found the key, you know? You realize the key to happiness too, because this is very much the happiness card. The happiness card, okay? And one of the keys to happiness is knowing when and where to do what. It's not about trying to have it all at once, have it all now, you know, all that kind of thing. You're getting it. So, in the recent past, I got a new card I haven't seen. Cool. I love these cards. They're just gorgeous. Love them. I'm going to pull them all out real quick. Real quick. And then we can go through them. You could have a Sagittarius in your life, Aquarius, because you got 2 cards here with Sagittarius. All right. So first card you have in your recent past is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very action oriented person. They could be younger, have very youthful energy, okay? Youthful personality, lively, they're creative. And when they decide to do something, they act very quickly on it, like, I mean, within a day or something, and big decisions. They're risky, but I think they're also someone you can count on. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's probably a fire sign. Could be an Aries or Leo as well, but Sagittarius is highly indicated. Anyway, this also could be yourself ready to take action, or you took action. This could be about some sort of family situation, the Six of Cups. Sometimes this is when you're repairing some sort of family, you're missing someone or wanting to get closer to someone. In the Six of Cups, we're nostalgic and we're remembering the good times and wanting those again, wanting to get closer to that person. Or you could at this time be getting closer. This could be a family member, a sister, a friend, or more, perhaps, okay? Because here we see partnership. Like I said, this is either friendship, lovers. It could be work. It could be work. You could be deciding to enter business partnership together. But it also says there is an end here too. We've come to the world, all right? And it also says that there could have been an end of a partnership, that the something here is because it says you're remembering the way it used to be, and I think that there's an end to the way it used to be. You could be different now. You've changed. You've you do things differently than they do. I don't know what it is, but I think the way it used to be is gone. Hi, Brenda. Oh, do ya? Oh, cool. This okay, but are you Aquarius or Gemini? Are you Gemini, Brenda? If I'm not mistaken, I think you're Gemini. But anyway, this is a relationship that may just come to a natural end. You've I don't know, like it feels like, or something about the relationship is going to grow. Okay, it's needing, because it's something about the old way that is gone now. Okay, or maybe it's we're not kids anymore, and you can't, like, I don't want you talking to me like that, or that we're not going to do it like that, or so, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a changing of the guard here. It's what I'm kind of feeling, or changing of what the dynamics in the relationship, partnership, something. Okay, something like that. And if something didn't end for you in this person, something ended for you, or something ended for this person, because this could be in at work, or some sort of job dynamics. Um, like, I'm not getting any negative energy here from this, okay? Even though it looks like something that's taken its course, it's completed. You could be leaving a job, or deciding to, um, because there's something about, just someone at the door. I'm not going to answer it. I can't answer it. Diapers. Carmela, stop. Sorry. I just got a really strong feeling of this, of wanting to keep something to yourself. There's something that you're not wanting to share. Perhaps you did in the past, or you have shared things or everything or something like that with this person, and maybe you're not feeling included, or maybe you're not wanting to share, or they're not sharing something like that. I'm getting this feeling of not wanting to share something with someone else. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's why I think you're wanting change now. This is a big part of why you're wanting change, okay? There's a shift, some sort of shift, okay? And I think there's a shift also in what you're doing for a living. Like, it could be a competitive field too that you're going into as well, right? But don't even be intimidated by that at all, Aquarius, because you guys, really, when you put your mind to something, when you focus, when your intention is that, you just do it. You take action. You are action oriented people, much like the Sagittarius. I haven't met a lot of lazy Aquarius. Well, they can't. You have your moments, like anybody, but when there's a job to be done, you do it, right? Anyway, and then right under the Knight of Wands, you have the Chariot. Again, there's some sort of victory coming your way, some sort of success, something that's going to take you on your way, and away you go. Okay, this is it could be a new stream of income, or something that takes off for you, something that you can get, that grows quickly. Like, this starts growing quite quickly. Okay, it's probably a business. I'm thinking it's some sort of business. Now, this is something that you could have been partnered with someone in the past, and are now going to move on your own, or you know what I mean, something like that. And move on you do. Like, I think this is growing quickly. Okay, it could have been not so easy or difficult in the beginning to get it going, to get it rolling, or wondering if it even would, but I think now it's like it's going to be moving right along, if it isn't already. Okay, this is something it's saying that you should nurture. All right. You should nurture this. All right. So value it, because it could take you a long way. Seven of Pentacles. So this is she's sitting on the tree, the fruits of her labor. Look at all these blooms. Look at all the apples and everything else on the ground. There's a lot of fruit coming from her labor. So basically it's saying work hard and ye shall prosper, basically. Okay. This is the dead center of your reading. And it's also, this is very much of card of you'll get out whatever you put in. You know what I mean? Or you should, in the fair game out there, right? Um, and maybe, I also think you were in partnership, and I think you go it alone for a while, and then I think you get back into partnership again, or somehow, some way, maybe half. I'm not sure. Somehow you're having someone help or do part of the work, or maybe just the admin, or maybe just the transport. I don't know. I feel like there's a part of it you get someone else to do. I don't know how that is for you. Okay. So anyway, I feel like too, like someone, or there's some sort of disappointment out of, and you're feeling hurt out of something that you have invested, put your time and money in, and you don't feel like you're getting out of it what you were promised, what the deal was or whatever. So there is not necessarily deceit. I'm not sure if there was before, because there just aren't any other deception cards here. I feel there's some sort of aha moment you're coming to. And I got to tell you, I feel it's about your own expectations. Okay. So sometimes we can be mad at other people because they've hurt us. But sometimes we get hurt because we've expected people to behave or do things in a certain way, manner, or time. And even though they didn't promise us they would, we thought they should, or why wouldn't they? Or, all people are good, and we were wrong. Okay. So we end up hurting ourselves sometimes because of our own expectations of others. Okay. And then we get mad at them. And then in turn, that hurts us. Anyway, you are unwinding this tape or this training or this belief right now. You're realizing here, you're having your thing. It's like, well, why should I think that they would show up? Just because I do doesn't mean everyone's like that. So if I do this for them, it's without the expectation that they'll pick me up tomorrow. I need to actually ask that they'll pick me up tomorrow, if I'm going to expect them to be there. So you're changing, and this is giving you a lot of release in a way, because I think that you could have been holding misplaced hurt, um, perhaps judgment, you know, or judgment has been misplaced here somehow. Okay, somehow. All right, and we make mistakes too. Like, hey, I'm not judging you. Don't think that. But sometimes our expectations, I know I have hurt myself because of my expectations of people. And when they didn't do something and come around to me, I was so hurt, but they never said they would. They never promised they would, you know. That sounds reasonable. I'll show that. Um, Yeah, well, it sounds like you need someone that, and also because when you do spiritual work with people, for people, it's exhausting. Afterwards, you're like tired and you just need to sleep. And like for me, afterwards, like when I'm doing a show, I can't go and you think, oh, you'll go and do your texting and text your friends and talk to your boyfriend, and you don't. It's like I can't talk to anybody right now. I'm so tired, and you can't even like socialize for a few hours. You need a rest, eh? And so you're very right. And but anyway, so this is the thing. It's whether it's you that needs to do this realizing that they are only hurting themselves or you are only hurting themselves. The judgment is our aha when we realize something, usually about ourselves. And when we realize this, it's like sometimes we got to swallow a big pill here. I got to swallow a bit of a pill here. We got to eat some crow, right? But it means we've grown, we've evolved, we've matured, we've know something about ourselves now, right? And we can move on. We can move on and begin to heal from stuff like that and be more prepared for, you know, um, anyway. So in the outcome, you have the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Now, Um, you have three knights in your reading, okay? You have a lot of young energy here. You could work with youth, you could be a youth, have kids, kind of on a new start again in life, not really at the page. Well, you do have a page here as well, but you're I think you're kind of raring to go, really anxious to get going, get started on whatever you're doing. You want the future now, Aquarius, is what it looks like to me. But first, you need more balance in your life. You need to bring in, like, you want to be healed without doing any of the healing. Okay, you're in a big rush for the end of the book without reading the middle of actually what happens. So it's kind of what I'm seeing here in your outcome, and I want you to slow down a little bit. Because here you're just buzzing right along, trying to get all the information. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, got it. Healing, yeah, crystals. Uh huh. um, and so, um, I think you need to take a little time to slow down a little bit more, and I also think that I got to tell you, I got a real strong feeling, and I think that you need, because you're looking to take action, you want to do something, because I think you're ready to kind of reinvent yourself in a way here. But I think you should take a course. I think there's a course or something you should take, something you're interested. Instead of just looking it up online, I think you should actually, go to a night school or that once a week thing at the local whatever. Or I feel like it's active learning for some reason. I feel like it's active learning. Okay. um I also think you're learning to trust in your again in your life. You're starting to learn to trust again in your life, Aquarius. Okay, and it's taking a while, and it will take some time yet, because you are just rebuilding yourself here. You're just healing. You're still filling in the pieces, from something broken in the past, something disappointing, or that hurt you, basically. And so whatever that was, I feel like it's some sort of deceit, third party, I'm not sure what, but you're still healing from this no matter how long it's taken. But at this time, you're actually ready to move forward with your healing, to accept things and to be open to things in your life, and um you're but you're taking your time. Like, this is one of the things. At first, you're in a big rush. And this is the thing, Aquarius. It needs to be in a nice balance, and that's what temperance is suggesting here. I should switch these, because they actually go on the other side. um, so you need to temper this need to rush things, communicate things, learn this, get through that. Like, you're taking the Coles notes, the fast course, and also in communications, like being very quick to respond and react to things, And this is saying to take that a little bit slower, right? To take that a little bit slower. As far as healing and rebuilding yourself, I think that you're doing some learning about that, about your own, what you need, what helps you, and actually taking action about it. Like, we all talk about it. Oh yeah, I know about yoga, and oh yeah, I've done a few stretches myself and all that. And we talk the talk, don't we, about all that stuff, and we know, but we not very often take the actual action and the time that it takes to rebuild ourselves, because it doesn't. Rome, Lynn, Brenda, Lecto, you weren't built in a day. You know what I mean? You weren't built in a day. You took 9 months to grow in someone's body. 9 months, okay? Before you could even enter the world. So this is the same time. We need to take time with ourselves, nurture yourself, start to balance, bring more balance into your life. Also, I think this is saying that you need to get out in nature more, Aquarius. You could be watching a lot of TV, internet, your phone, Facebook, and all that stuff. And it's saying, hey, you need a little more nature. Get outside. Go see a sport live. Go for a walk, swim in a lake, whatever. Grow your garden. But you need a little bit more balance and in your life, okay? And allow yourself time. Slow down a little bit for some things. It's okay to rush for some things, but other things need more time, need to age. And it says that you may still have trouble trusting. That may take some time too, because, like I said, you're still filling in all these parts, right? Someone took a chunk, created a crack somewhere, but you're starting to get brighter, be able to leave that behind you. You're starting to, okay? And this is also part of healing as well, you know. Um, realizing the battles we can't win. This is Five of Swords. Sometimes we can't win every battle, and sometimes we got to realize the ones we can't win and move on and start to heal again. And we also have to realize sometimes it's not me. I did my best. I really tried, and it's not like we're blaming someone, but we're just stop blaming ourselves. You know what I mean? We just stop blaming ourselves. So we're able to have some sort of acceptance and start healing. And when we heal, then we can start to have good relationships again. We're able to connect again and not feel defensive and can I trust them and all that kind of stuff. It's you're able to grow and have those stuff that you long for. You long for that, those close connections, because I think you're a real softy at heart, Aquarius. You're just a real softy. But I don't think it always shows on your outside. Any Aquarius I know is a pretty tough nut. And it's same with me though. I don't look like a big softy. I look like a pretty tough nut. And I am. But I'm also soft as jello on the inside. But anyway. I'll have to read all that in a little while, Lecto, and I really appreciate your participation today. Holy cow. Well, thank you very much, Brenda, and it's been my pleasure. Absolutely. I'm just sorry that sometimes they take a little. I'm kind of pokey and slow about getting these out sometimes, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I hope this helps you on your journey, and I will see you in a couple of weeks for the cartomancy readings. Okay, love you bunches. Bye bye.